Ojúbọ Olódùmarè, ojúbà ẹ̀yin ìyá wa, ẹ̀yin bàbá wa, ìbà ẹ̀yin ajúnilọ. Mojúbà ẹ̀yin ìyá mi òṣòro mọ̀ǹgà panimọ́wàá gún olókìkí òru àjèdọ̀ tuntun mọ́bì obìnrin kúkú rẹ́gírẹ́gì tí lọ́ngbọ̀n ìjà bá tú. Mojúbà Ọbàtálá Ọbàtárìṣà ọba pátápátá tí ń bá wọn jẹ lóde ìrànjẹ́. Ọ̀sẹ̀ nìkan dígbà ẹni àgbà lọ́wọ́ níní fáláìní afúnikún tọwọ́ ẹni. Mojúbà ìyá mi o, mojúbà bàbá mi o, mojúbà bàbá òòṣà mi Ẹgbẹ́ládé, mojúbà gbogbo àwọn ìyá òòṣà mi pátápátá. Tonight I want to talk briefly about individual genius and how in Yoruba cultures it is believed and has been documented in Ifa that every being, whether they breathe oxygen or they breathe other things that we don't know, which includes stones and ants, that they have their own genius, and how this genius is nurtured not only by our progenitors, our ancestors, but also by our environment, the people surrounding us. I'll be taking most of my readings from Àwọn Ojú Odù Mẹ́rìnlélógún, written by Wande Abimbola, which I'm grateful for because it has helped me a lot. But more importantly, I'll be taking from the genius of the Ìyá Òrìṣà and Bàbá Òrìṣà that surrounded me since I did my doshu about going on 2 years now. Everybody is a genius. Every being is a genius. The only thing that is missing is respect. We don't respect beings. We don't respect ourselves, and we don't respect one another. And we treat each other with disrespect and contempt. Every opening line of particularly Ojú Odù Mẹ́rìnlélógún starts with the emphasis on how each person is a genius. I'm going to take a few examples. I'm going to start from Ejugbe. Goes irin jẹjẹjẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kò fọwọ́ kó asá, ẹ̀fọn jẹjẹjẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kò tẹ́sẹ̀ bọ́ póló, ẹyẹ kéré ń fò lókè bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọn ò forí gbági. If we go to Oyeku now, Oyeku says títí lórí ogbó bìrìpé ló pé ọkọ̀ dà, dídà lómi ọkọ̀ dà, omi ọkọ̀ kì í yí. For example, in the first one that I recited briefly, irin jẹjẹjẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kò fọwọ́ kó asá, they're describing the elephants, that the elephant will eat but will never ever pick something that will harm it or enter a trap. The same goes for the buffalo, that will never enter a trap, no matter how much they eat. And so many birds, tiny little birds, fly in the skies that they will never hit a tree. The one that I read just now, Titi Lori Ogbo, describes how the head of the older people, how they are long and far, the way they think, the things they have seen. It says, this one describes the motion of a watercraft and how it moves in water. I'm going to go next to Ìwòrì Méjì. Ó ní apá ní gboko tọ́nà oṣó òrùrù níwẹ̀wọ̀ ìjẹ̀ kanlẹ̀ ilẹ̀ ní mú tẹ̀tẹ̀tẹ̀ kí n tó tọpọ́n. Here it talks about a tree called Apa. This tree is it's red, and at night it shines red, lighting up the forest. And then no, that's not red, that's green. No, show is green. Oru is another tree that is red all over. So Apa comes alive at night and lights up the forest with its green light, which comes naturally. And then Oruru too comes alive. There's so many examples. When they open, the opening lines always talks about, see this one, Ya Misuno, Baba Misuno. That's from Òrìṣà Méjì. Ìgbì ni wọ́n fi sùn ẹrú, ìgbì ni wọ́n fi sùn ọ̀fà. Ìgbì ni wọ́n fi sùn ọmọ tútù lòlò. This one even talks about how we are no different, that every single person is when they're doing their their birth at birth, that the parents or whoever at birth, they always bring 20. The money that they spend is always like £20, $20, 20 naira. It always comes to 20. They spend in 20s. Ọ̀bàrà méjì ṣé tètè ń bá lé àtàrí pọ̀nà mo dé mo gbóhùn dùrù igbó rere mo dé mo gbóhùn alágogo bẹ́ẹ̀ lóhùn dùrù dóhùn ta bẹ́ẹ̀ gogo bẹ́ẹ̀ lóhùn dùrù dóhùn agogo bẹ́ẹ̀ lóhùn dùrù dóhùn ta àjà. No, it's bẹ́ẹ̀ lóhùn agogo dóhùn dùrù bẹ́ẹ̀ lóhùn agogo dóhùn ta àjà. Èmi yà títí mo bá pẹ̀ rán àìkú èmi rìnà títí mo bí rìnà rán àìrè. Here it's like talking about difference between the sound of bells and the piano and the guitar, and how they're different. And this ties back into my discussion tonight on how individuals are genius, how individuals are different and they're genius in their difference. And that once you can respect other people and don't force your beliefs or your way of life on other people, the world is such a beautiful place. No one should consider themselves better than other people because and this is, I think, the major problem that we have, not only in this country, but even within little communities. Somebody's idea is always better than somebody else's idea. A whole swath of people will be ignored, and somebody will try to impose their own ideas on other people when ideas should come naturally. When you birth ideas, when you birth genius, when you are able to create, because it's not just children that you birth, it's also the beings that you birth. It's also the creative genius you bring alive. It's how you make other people's life easier. So anyway, the whole gist that I'm just saying is that we are all different and we're all genius in our difference, and we should try. I know it's very difficult to respect other people and how different they are from you, particularly when the difference is harmless and nobody is here to like fight you or anything. I mean, even from childhood, that's why they do the akosejayo. They will go and find out your do's and don'ts, the likely profession you're going to do as you grow older, and they are going to find out how your parents should treat you and raise you. Anyway, aboru aboye aboshishe agbo ato. Thank you so much.